This is a brand new pair of Air Jordan 1 ST, and today, we're going to completely destroy them to rebuild something you can't even buy in stores. First step, cutting the original factory stitches and peeling away the standard leather. This is the part that hurts to watch. We bring in the high-pressure steam and heat guns. We have to carefully melt down that industrial factory glue just enough to separate the upper from the sole without damaging the base. Then comes the acetone to wipe away the sticky residue. It looks brutal, almost like we're ruining a perfectly good sneaker, but this is where the real craftsmanship begins. We are stripping this shoe down to its absolute bare bones to use the original panels as our exact blueprint. Out with the basic, mass-produced factory leather, and in with the exotic stuff. We're upgrading this entire build with some insane, heavy-duty textured leather. We're talking premium python and crocodile embossed hides. Every single original panel is hand-traced onto the new material, then cut with absolute surgical precision. But you can't just sew thick leather together, it would look completely bulky. So we run every edge through the skiving machine to thin it out. Then comes the heating, folding, and hammering down of the edges so the final seams sit perfectly flush. This prep work takes hours, but it separates the amateurs from the pros. Now for the most stressful part, putting it all back together. One mistake here, and an entire premium leather panel is ruined. This takes serious machine control and a steady hand. Stitch by stitch, the new panels are locked in. Once we're carefully rebuilding the iconic swoosh, the toe box, the heel counter, everything gets reassembled with a massive upgrade in material quality. Stiffness and quality of this leather mean this pair isn't going to crease easily. It will age beautifully over time. You simply cannot get this kind of bespoke, handmade quality off a retail shelf. Every hammer strike and every single pass of the needle ensures this isn't just a display piece. It's built to actually hit the streets. Time for the final step. We mount the custom upper back onto the original sole. We apply a fresh coat of heavy-duty sneaker cement, hit it with the heat gun to activate it, give it a super tight press, and we are finally done. We took a basic factory Jordan and turned it into a one-of-one custom masterpiece. Just look at those details. What do you guys think of this extreme exotic upgrade? Drop a comment below with your honest thoughts. Smash that like button if you respect the long hours of craftsmanship, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next insane custom build. Craftsman wastes no time. He grabs the pliers and physically rips off the signature rubber toe cap and strips away the factory side taping. Using a heat gun, he melts the original adhesive and separates the bare canvas upper entirely from the rubber sole. The exposed edges are then smoothed out on a grinding wheel. To replace the cheap rubber, he moves to premium materials, cutting strips of white and tan leather, thinning the edges, and stitching them together to create a custom base. The standard rubber toe cap is replaced by a custom-cut piece of solid tan leather. He applies heavy duty contact cement, hammers it down, and uses a Dremel tool to sand the leather perfectly flush with the shoe's natural shape. Next comes the welt. A white leather strip glued directly around the bottom edge. To lock it in permanently, he loads the shoe into a vintage Singer sewing machine, driving a heavy needle right through the leather and the canvas. This single step upgrades the sneaker with the structural durability of a heavy-duty boot. Now it's time to build a brand new foundation. A solid piece of thick leather is glued to the bottom of the canvas upper to act as a midsole. After trimming the excess leather with a sharp cobbler's knife, the shoe goes into a massive Landis stitching machine. This machine punches thick thread all the way around the leather board, ensuring the core of the shoe is virtually indestructible. For the traction, a thick, White-ribbed foam outsole is coated with industrial adhesive and sent through a heat conveyor to activate the glue. After cutting the teeth on both sides, the comb is structurally there, but it's still too rough to use. To make sure it glides through hair without snagging, he takes a metal file to round off the sharp corners and smooth out the inner edges of the teeth. He meticulously works the file across the top and sides, refining the shape until it meets his exact standards. Finally, he uses a stiff brush to clear away the remaining sawdust, revealing the finished product. A fully functional, beautifully handcrafted wooden comb. Not only is it in a world dominated by machines and mass production, true craftsmanship is slowly disappearing. But hidden in a quiet corner of Korea, there is a place where time seems to stand still. This is one of Korea's oldest handmade shoe workshops, where every single pair is created by hand. No shortcuts, no automation, just skill, patience, and tradition. For generations, master craftsmen have worked in spaces like this, passing down techniques that cannot be learned overnight. Each movement, each cut, each stitch carries years of experience. It all begins with the material. Only the finest leather is carefully selected, inspected for strength, flexibility, and texture. Because a great shoe starts with a great foundation. With steady hands, the craftsman begins cutting the leather into precise shapes. Every cut must be exact, because even a tiny mistake can affect the final result. The flat pieces of leather slowly begin to take form. What was once raw material is now becoming something meaningful. Now comes one of the most delicate parts, stitching. Every thread is placed with precision, ensuring durability and strength. Next, the upper and the sole are brought together. This step defines how strong and how long-lasting the shoe will be. If you're enjoying this level of craftsmanship, take a moment to like this video. And tell me in the comments, would you wear handmade shoes like these? As the structure is complete, the final details begin. Polishing, smoothing, refining every surface. This is where craftsmanship turns into art. And finally, the moment arrives. A fully handcrafted shoe built with pride, precision, and passion. Not just a product, but a story you can wear. If you love videos like this, don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content. Because real craftsmanship deserves to be seen.